One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Badgers offense will start this game off with the football. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively, so it's a huge challenge in this one, David.
There he goes! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne. He was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. On that play action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Hauls it in. Wide open spaces. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The Badgers are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game, that's what you want with a great Wisconsin.
There he goes! Delivers the stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Got it in the middle. It's Mason. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had 1 extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their faith.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, you talk about starting a game in style. You dream about getting to the quarterback and getting sacks. How about this? Back-to-back sacks for that young man on 2 plays. That is a dream start.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's looking deep. Brings it down on the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Handoff from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Gonna run it. It's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. They completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. The sure hands, it's Anthony. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to throw, it's Edwards. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Quickly complete. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger. spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll try the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's McCulley. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Finds a tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They go right back to it. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Handoff to the lone back. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Badger.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turning on the Jets. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll take a shot. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
The Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff to the single back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
To throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll pull it on the read. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The RPO, it's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Give to the running back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Going to swing it on second down. Might be looking to run. Quarterback's got the first. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Gets it out quickly.
Nice patience by the quarterback, though. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wide out. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers. And it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on 1st down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Got it behind the line. It's Anthony. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We come to the end of the period. Wisconsin has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. To the air, it's Edwards. Trying to set up the screen. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Here's the handoff. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Mason. It's a running room. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick shovel pass. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. To the air, it's Edwards. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Makes one man miss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's McCulley. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice move to keep running. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires it complete to the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lost, the defense is wide open. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.